Today we're going to start with Hurlamaboc. Hurlamaboc again, paper 2. 30-mark question, 5%. My tip, 25 minutes. If even, maybe 22. 25 for info. Five marks for Irish. This piece is really, really simple. It's actually funny because it's very similar to the climate that you would have experienced over the last 18 months. It's about Celtic Tiger Ireland, and Ireland being wealthier than it ever was, and up to this virus we probably would have been in, I suppose, a fantastic position from an economic point of view. So what we're looking at here today is Hurlamaboc, and we're going to move on with that there. Keep in mind when we go through these notes, there is only one thing only we're going to talk about. Lishin is our main character. What's this? Lishin, our main character. Exmuinov, that's egg, apologies. Thinking about the opinions of the neighbours. She'll get it up. She's a young woman. She's beautiful. She's perfect. She's focused on image. She's wealthy. She's tawny. She's skinny. She's really everything I'm not. She's a woman. She's good looking. She's skinny. She's perfect. And she's always thinking of neighbours' opinions. She's the main character. And she's Ulvinach maybe as well. Ambitious. And she's a right old pain in the arse. Okay? That's our main character. And in this piece we meet Lishin, who's celebrating her marriage to Paul. They're 20 years married, and they're going to throw a house party to celebrate. They have 2 children, Ruan and Kuan. Ruan is the main fella. He's 18 years of age. And we're going to see that Lishin has a perfect life. She's worried about all these things. Everyone thinks she's perfect. She does language classes for her image. She does charity work for the good of her image. Everything's about image. She meets Paul, her husband, Paul, who was working in a shop when they met, but she cherished him. She moonlit. She nurtured him. She saw his potential in the Féidearthachtaí a Bhíoga, and when she sees that potential, she makes sure she nurtures it, looks after it. Now he's a successful lecturer on economics. He has houses, he has apartments, he buys stock. They're just your typical Southside Dublin family who have done very well from the Celtic Tiger. And all would seem perfect. And then you realise at the end that the son is really unhappy. He's struggling maybe with depression. And the mother doesn't even have a clue. She doesn't really know her own son because she's so wrapped up in her own image. And Ruan, the 18-year-old son, he kind of gives us the realness of this piece. He kind of shows us what life should be like. And she is all taken up by Curcuiga Ábhracha, a materialistic approach which I used in Culscara yesterday. I used that on purpose. Same way I used in the Féidearthachtaí in your essay on the first day, because I robbed it from this to reuse our adjectives. That's why we're thinking that way. So that's what you have to remember when we're going through these notes. I'm going to pick out different bits and pieces of these notes. So that's on 112, 113 we're going to go on to. And I'm going to pick out different bits and pieces from the notes that I'm going to think are going to be very useful. So start on 113 there for me. Make sure you write all them down somewhere on the page for me. Screenshot, they're going off the board now. So, on 113, we've got the theme of this, Tema. This is like your coolver, this is going to be your background, your little intro to whatever question comes up. Bonan an Shlucht Shul a Sail Manachma na Héireann. This extract is about Sail Manachma, the, I suppose, Uas or Manachma, middle class, or Uas Achma, upper class society in Ireland. Maybe put in egg on Amshin at that time. Next sentence. Fecamud Gneha den Sail, we see aspects of life. Nuravion Tiger Celtic Araim, and the Celtic tiger was at the top. Go down to Cé go bhfuil, a little bit further down. Cé go bhfuil an clán sever, even though the family is rich. Agus go bhfuil Lishin furfa, and Lishin is perfect. Marvan is a woman. Tigamud go bhfuil rud éigean a currasteach ar ruáin. We understand Tigamud go bhfuil that something is a currasteach ar is annoying ruáin. And the last bit here is Léir go bhfuil an scríb nor expuca. We just used that in the poem. It's clear that the writer is expuca, is teasing. Luchan in the nini, the values, not looked in as faults, luchan a values, the values of middle class society in Ireland. That's what she's making fun of, okay? All those sentences there, big brackets, see I've highlighted them there, I went through them, I picked them out. That's your opening for your answer here, because it's always going to be about Lishin and her family and her in control. Cooked, smocked, all those words. Lishin, the character. Let's go through these notes on Lishin. We need to translate all of these and we just need to jig them then into whatever way the answer needs to be. This is the basis of your answer. Ban fashionta, a fashionable woman. Postal a fihe married for 20 years. Tá Birch mock eki, she has 2 sons that are clishte, clever, and Dahul handsome. Ní raibh Paul sever nor a bhfuil she, le chéile, highlight that, circle that. That point is very good. A little star beside that, because they're not rich when she meets. And what does I say here? Achinish tá sé múnlathe eki, she is nurtured by him. Add this in. Hig she an cumas a bhí, she understood the potential he had. Hig she an cumas, the potential, the ability that he would have maybe. A bheach, apologies. That he would have. She put a lot of emphasis on wealth or severance. Moving down through the notes. Anish via gairi gesorwa. Now they were doing excellently. Lesh agus he masse got in air and everyone respected him. Again, opinions of the neighbours. Important to her. Ta kuma oger lishin. Unlike me, she is young looking. Ta simeki a jongake. She's interested in languages. Agus sadramiach and drama. Is léir gur duine gnóthach agrathe gnóthach busy agrathe organised. Tá she a Giannis. Nope, not using red, takes ages to clean. She's control. She's in charge, she is in control. On everything. She is Ulvinuk. She is Banastor on tea. What's that? The manager of the home. She's in charge. Let's keep going down. Remember, also another thing is, Nira Pusteki, she didn't have a job. Mar Nira Gaudi, because she didn't need to. So she's a wealthy woman. Doesn't need to work. The husband makes the money, and she spends her time looking after herself and her hobbies. Vishieg Ulvu Koshra, this is the big thing at the start. She's preparing a party, Confihablina Kelora, to celebrate 20 years of marriage. Vigokro the Nord, Agus and Agar, everything's prepared. Heel, SHI for the L, that's a red Donegal word. We don't use that in Irish, so cap. Chiapshi. Chiapshi. Chiap, or Chiap na Corson, I should say. Chiap na Corson, the Gareshi Furfit, the neighbours thought she was perfect. Vi kuma alling or he agoni. Alling, beautiful, she always looked beautiful. Vi kuma galanta Erin shop, the house was polished, presentable. Paint nua Erin a bolly, she put new paint on the walls. Snos, polish, Erin Orlor on the ground. August blahanas, na proki, and flowers in the vases. She does all of this just to show off. Remember, to impress people. Eva, all about image for her. Is Sulfak Sasta, she's really happy. Och Beidir nach Marfi and Sosach Shinawa, but maybe that happiness won't last. Marfi, it won't last long. Fecamud nach diggin she mion a Mick. She doesn't understand mion, the attitude of the mindset a Mick of her son. Tashe Sular sa slucht, it's clear from the extract. Gordina Udarasuk, she is authoritative. Fantastic word, authoritative. Ulvinach ambitious. Agus bhí sé den ósig daoine a hasam. People had the tendency to please her. Is ban buig galanta quail aganta buig galanta to be fake, quail aganta narrow-minded. She is a churan bariach beima rockmish, who puts too much emphasis on wealth, rockmish. Tá she claimed that she's biased also. Mar chiapshi, change that to chiapshi, grev Evelyn ni lunchig ashtok, because she thought Evelyn ni lunchi was ashtok. If you remember, think of Desperate Housewives, that show years and years ago. It's kind of similar to that Mysteria Lane, where everyone follows her, everyone copies her, everyone's blonde, the women won't go out on the road without putting makeup on, not even put the bins out. So everyone's kind of copying, trying to get one up on another. And there's one woman on the road, Evelyn, who we meet there, who has dark hair, and all the other women think she's strange and avoid her because she won't copy them with the blonde hair. So she's nearly like a bully. And that's the character of her. All these sentences added in on that, you're going to get a question on her character. It's going to be that she was in control of her life, and you're going to say, it seems that way, but the family situation would indicate otherwise. So that she's fake, and that, by the end of it you realise she's not in control of anything. Let's flip the page, and we're going to look at how can I get you a closing paragraph. You're not going to get a question on Ruan. It's too detailed. He doesn't have enough to do in this piece. So page 115 I'm not even going to look at with you. Page 116, Movarul or Mohorum. Change that to Mohorum. My opinion. And you're going to go to Cap, 3 lines down, 4 words across. Cap Lissin, Garef Kuma, Andina Antavak. Lissin thought that a person's opinion was very important. These 4 sentences are going to be your closing. Cap she Garef she Nisfar na Gokdina Ella. She thought she was Nisfar better than everyone else. Ach ceapam go bhfuil rudí eile níos tábhachtaí cosúla de Hailech agus de Cháinse. But I think that other things are more important, níos tábhachtaí, like the Hailech, your family, agus de Cháinse, your health. And look at the last one. Nearly the end of the second last line. Curran she bariach beime an ábharchas. She puts too much emphasis on materialism. Gan Auris, without doubt, tá ceach le fálam sa shluchse. We've a lesson to learn in this piece. Shay Shin, we're going to come over here. She should not go self-perfect, that she doesn't have a perfect life. Larry and Miona Mick, her son's attitude shows us go 5 minute Akiswalya, they have problems at home. Take their Egdera and scale. We understand at the end of the story, not Rachel A, arrogant, or not Rachel A on target, that money doesn't fix, doesn't solve the problems of life. That in the end of this piece, that money isn't going to solve all the issues. Okay? So that's what we're getting at here, and that's kind of like your strong closing to say at the end that despite all this image and appearance, it doesn't matter, life's not perfect. Okay?